Hi, everybody. Welcome, one and all. Oh my gosh, it's another episode of this little show that I like to call Spill It. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to my show. This is a show where I get to speak to people from all over, from all different walks of life, to talk literally about whatever they want to talk about. And this episode is no different. We have got an absolutely amazing guest lined up for you today for episode 34, and we will come back home. It is Mr. Cameron MacDonald, who will be joining us at 7:15 p.m. this evening. So just over 10 minutes time, he will be coming on and talking about the theatre industry, something that needs to be talked about, which is why I've got 2 weeks worth of episodes talking about the theatre industry. And We Will Come Back Home it's a song, obviously, from The Greatest Showman. He did an amazing video, which I'm going to be playing for you later on. And for those people who tuned in last week, you would have seen that video already. But if you didn't manage to stay to the end of last week's episode, I will play it again at the beginning of this one to welcome Cameron on. I can't wait for this episode. It's so cool. If you want to come on the show and talk about what you want to talk about, then you can do. All you have to do is get in touch with me. You can email me or get in touch with me on my social medias. They are scrolling across the bottom right now. You can get me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Where else am I? You can get me as well on my email address. All my social medias are spillit_Marcus. And you can get me on my email, which is marcus@spillit.uk. If you haven't checked out our other episodes yet, make sure you do. All you have to do is like the Facebook page or the YouTube channel or the Twitch channel, and you'll be able to have up-to-date episodes of every single one that we've done so far and going beyond as well. Don't forget, when you come in, I want a like, a comment, and a share, because when you comment, I can do things like this. Michael's coming in. He is in the Spill It show tonight. Michael, how are you? Michael's watching from Barbados, so we've reached Barbados already. I love it. Carol Harrison has joined in as well. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Carol. I hope you're okay. Thank you so much for joining. Guys, please remember to like, share, and comment. When you like it and you comment, the engagement goes up, which means that Facebook goes, do you know what? This is cool. Let's push this out to other people. And when you share it, it means that people from your Facebook profile, your Facebook friends list, or your YouTube friends list, or wherever you're watching from, it means that they get to interact with it as well. It might be that they feel more passionate about this episode than they did last episode, or it might be that they might feel passionate about an episode that we've got coming up at the end of the month. But whatever it is, make sure you've shared it. Let's get people into the Spill It family. This is a show, 3 principles. Every episode should follow these three simple principles: to connect people together, to inspire people, and we all want to learn something as well. Connect, inspire, learn. They have not changed since day one from 34 weeks ago. The 3 simple principles. Get those comments and questions in, guys. It'll be an amazing episode. Michael, good, thanks. Good, I'm glad. Lockdown here, so first time watching the whole thing live. Wow, okay, cool. Well, make sure you stay tuned all the way through, Michael. Thank you for joining us all the way through this episode. And Michael, I believe that you've been listening to the podcast as well. Where are you up to with the podcast? Let me know. Guys, if you are listening via podcast, hello to everybody who is streaming via podcasts. The number 1 streaming platform for the podcast is actually Apple Podcasts, which is absolutely epic. So hello to all my Apple Podcast listeners. If you are listening on other platforms, though, hello to you too. Where are you up to? Let me know in the comments which episode you're up to if you are watching tonight. This is episode 34, and we will come back home. As I say, Cameron MacDonald will be joining us at 7:15 p.m. So make sure you've hit that share button. Okay, let's get into some announcements. I say some announcements. I have only got one, and it's the one that we need to address. And before I do that, I'm going to play a video. That's right. Captain Sir Thomas More passed away yesterday on the 2nd of February 2021. He truly was a hero and will go down in the history books for absolutely everything that he did, not just in the coronavirus pandemic, but obviously with his service in the war as well. And I'm sure that a lot of you will agree with me that, you know, I didn't want to talk about anything else other than pay my respects to Captain Sir Thomas More. So there you go. He was an absolute legend, raising millions for the NHS, was knighted, and absolutely everything else. Truly an inspiration to us all. And yeah, there you go. My respect to you, Captain Sir Thomas More. This episode is dedicated to you. And yeah, I hope that you guys will respect that as well. Right. Okay. Time to cheer things up a little bit. It is competition time, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, competition time. Last month, we had an amazing competition. It was the Spill It January Challenge. You had to walk or run 50 miles in January, and everybody who completed that challenge got a finishing medal for free from me and will be put into a draw to win some Spill It merchandise, which is absolutely epic. And I had, I think it was 13, it might be 14 actually, 13 or 14 entries, people who had completed this challenge. Absolutely amazing work to absolutely everybody who did that, or the people who just got involved. There were a few people who just didn't manage to get to the 50. Well done for you guys for actually joining in and doing something as well. It was epic. The people who got in touch and got involved and everything, it inspired me. I mean, it didn't inspire me enough to get off the sofa, but it definitely inspired me anyway. Well done to absolutely everybody. Who's ready for a February challenge? Absolutely love this. I can't wait. Now, February challenge. A few people got in touch with me and said, "Oh, Marcus, the wall behind you here, it's very, very blank, and we need to get some stuff on there, don't we?" And I was thinking, well, yeah, you know, it's not about me. It's about the other people. It's about the guests that come on the show. You know, you should be watching what's going on, like, behind here. That, you know, this is why I put it behind. This is why I put myself in front of a plain wall. However, a few of you have messaged me and gone, "Oh, we definitely need to get something on that wall, don't we?" Well, here is your February challenge. The Spill It February competition will be to draw your own Spill It logo or picture. Now, you can use the logo that's already available, which is in this corner over here, which is just your little teacup. You can do your own little rendition of that. You can use the little guy that says crazy in the bottom right corner of the picture there, or you can create your own. Now, if you create your own, I will put it up on this wall and I will get a judge, not me, another person. It'll be a different person. So, you know, no favoritism, but I will get somebody to judge which picture is the best, and that person will win some Spill It merchandise. Now, you don't have to be able to draw. You could just draw something funny. You could draw me just waffling on. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. It's up to you. But draw me a Spill It logo picture. You could draw me. You can attempt to draw me anyway, you know. But you can draw me. You can draw whatever you want to do. And every single entry I will put on this wall behind me. How is that? Now, this, you know, it'll be brilliant for anybody that's got a family member or friend who can draw, and you can be like, "Oh, draw something for me," and then I can send it in. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, if it's a good drawing, if it's a bad drawing, if you can't draw. I can't draw. I can't draw for toffee. If somebody said to me, "Right, we're going to this," that was a grim thing that just popped into my head. But say somebody had said to me, "Right, Marcus, what we're going to do is you need to draw, otherwise you're not going to be able to dance ever again." I'd be like, "Well, I'll draw, but I can't." So I can't draw at all. But for those people who can, or want to, or whatever, just draw something for me and it'll come up on the wall behind me there. To get involved with that, all you have to do is email me your finished drawing at marcus@spillit.uk. Email me and I'll put it onto the wall behind here and it will stay there. I would say for all of eternity, but that's probably false because, you know, one day I might want to move house. But it will go there for the remainder of the shows that I do here anyway. But there you go. So make sure that you get involved with that. I really want to see some brilliant photos, pictures of me. Do me. Draw me like one of your French girls. Right. It is that time. It is 1914, which means that we are going to bring out Cameron, an amazing person, choreographer. The thing is, and anybody that knows me, you know that I love dance. So I'm a dancer. So seeing Cameron in action, I'm like, yes, this is what I want on my show. And Cameron is here. He's waiting patiently backstage. Can we get loads of emojis, lots of clapping, lots of everything, lots of everything? Just fill that comment box with absolutely everything. I'm going to play you, and we will come back. We will come back home, and then we'll introduce Cameron. Here you go, guys. Every time I watch that, I get goosebumps. Here he is. It's Mr. Cameron MacDonald. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Quick question. When you watch that, do you still get chills, or is it weird when you watch it? Like, let me know.
Every time. Just watching it then, I was hooked. I was literally like, And you follow it. I feel like when you watch it, you follow it. So you just be like, I want to run.
Yeah.
Get involved.
Yeah.
I want to be like the one at the back, like, wait for me. Like, that's how I feel. I just want to join in.
Yeah, Linda Proctor has commented saying, "Can we do that through Preston Brill flash mob?" It wasn't a flash mob though, was it? It was full choreographed piece, wasn't it?
Yeah. There was plans of a flash mob, but it's of course of COVID that was out the window. So we went straight and picked an early morning on a Sunday morning, and we went to the streets where they're empty and took advantage of the empty London streets. When can you say that?
I know. Honestly, every time I watch it, so when it went viral, and we're going to get into this anyway in a bit, but when it was going viral, and it's like at its peak, I was seeing it everywhere, and every single time it pops up on my Facebook timeline, I had to click it, I had to watch it, like every single time without fail. Even if somebody had tagged me and they go, "Marcus, watch this," I'd be like, "Yeah, I've seen it, but I'm going to watch it again," because it's just so good. Brilliant work with that.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Are you ready to play a bit of a game with us?
Yes, absolutely.
This is a game. You might not be saying it at the end, but this is a game that I like to call the 5-second rule.
Okay, let's do it.
This is the 5-second rule. This is a game where I get to play with my... That sounded weird. I get to play this game with my guests. Essentially, I read out a statement and they have to name 3 things within 5 seconds. The pressure is on.
I'm sweating already. Here we go.
We've only ever had one person that has completed this. I asked you 3 different questions. We had one person.
Here we go.
Which was little Dalton as well. He came on and he was like, this is... nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Right. Are you ready to play the 5-second rule then?
Yeah, I am.
Cool. Right. Question number 1. Name 3 things you can't buy in a supermarket.
Oh, goodness. What can you buy in the supermarket?
I'm sure there'll be people in the comments now going, right, okay, this is what you can't buy in a supermarket. I would say like something like fencing panels.
Oh my goodness. The pressure.
Yeah, it is. Right. Name 3 things that can be closed with a zipper.
Trousers, jacket, top.
A jacket can be zipped up though, can't it?
Or was it a can't?
Can't.
Oh.
Can't be zipped up. It's all right, don't worry. We'll give you another one. We'll give you another one. It's fine. Name 3 things you do when no one is watching.
Walk around naked. Burp, allowed,
Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. Linda, there you go. Linda straight. I knew Linda would be the first one to start saying what you can't buy in a supermarket. Spades. Can't buy spades.
Can't buy spades.
Soil.
Can't buy soil.
And then Tina says cars. Which is
You
true.
can't.
Can't buy cars. There you go.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. Thank you.
Do you want one more? We'll give you one more because
Yeah,
obviously because of the second one. We'll give you one more. Okay. Name 3 brands of underwear.
Calvin Klein. Boss. Zachi.
There you go.
Yes.
Congratulations. How do you feel? It's good. It's just a little icebreaker. It's what I do with all of my guests. It's just a little bit of fun, just to make you feel, you've shown your vulnerable side. You walk around naked now, and everybody knows
Our
it.
stupid side. Boy.
I mean, we've had some answers on that, especially with the what do you do when no one's watching? As you can imagine. Right, let's get into this. Who is Cameron MacDonald?
So it's me. I'm Cameron MacDonald, and I am 27. I am a choreographer, London-based. I am originally from Barrow in Furness, so just a little bit further down from you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where I was born. studied at SLP College in Leeds. That's where I trained in musical theatre. I started performing when I was 10 in the local pantomime, Slaps Thigh. Boom.
Wow.
And yeah, and then went to a performing arts academy and a dancing school in my local area. Then I have had a wonderful career traveling the world on cruise ships, as well as working in Europe and around the UK. And now I'm back in London in lockdown, stuck inside with cabin fever, but still creating some random stuff, but still thinking and creating. And
you're creating some brilliant pieces, let's be honest. I've seen quite a few of them since, obviously, the And We Will Come Back Home, which was obviously the major one that took off. I started following the page straight away from there. And then I've seen some of the things that you've been doing, even though, just a little bit of fun stuff, but it's still really, really good things that are getting people engaged and getting people, up and moving, which is brilliant. Talk about your career in London then.
So, so I came to London straight after college. I think it was back in 2014. Yeah, so I went on my first cruise ship straight after college. I graduated and went around South America. Amazing. If anyone's been, how amazing. It's just, you won't ever think to ever go there, really. And then, I came back to London and I came to find a place where I could fit in with the rest of us, with the whole performing arts team down here. So I wanted to try and find some work down here. Obviously, West End is the absolute goal. And then, I've just been doing bits and bob, whether it's been small little gigs or I've been able to work around the UK doing different events and shows. Yeah, and I'm still in London now, pursuing as a choreographer as well as a performer still, but going down the choreography route.
Let's talk about the choreography side of things, and obviously the directing side of things, of the video that we played earlier, the And We Will Come Back Home. Can you tell me about where that came from? Where did that idea come from, and how did you get it all together, and the whole of the process? That's what people want to know.
Yeah, well, really, I was working. I was working in a supermarket, actually. So this is why I couldn't think of 3 things I can't buy in a supermarket. I was actually working in one. That's how much attention I was paying when I was there. But I was working in a supermarket. I was getting bored because it wasn't what I wanted to do, and I was waking up at 3 o'clock to start at 4 o'clock in the morning, and when I was by myself with my trolley walking around doing the stuff, these ideas just flow through your head. I've got my headphones in, no one's in the store, got music playing, and ideas are just going, choreography is starting to create. And I was on my way to the gym after work, and then From Now On came on my shuffle playlist, and then I was like, I love this song, I absolutely love it. And then it just hit me straight away, and I was like, this song fits perfectly to what is happening now, because we're so afraid of what's happening. We're so unsure of what was going on. It's like, well, actually, this can't last forever. It surely can't last forever. So it just came to me as in, we will come back home. The theatre is our home. And then I WhatsApped a friend, voice messaged them, and was like, I have an idea. Will it work? I don't know. Can we get the people? I don't know. Are we allowed in London? I don't know. Help me. What can we do? How can we make this work? And then we spoke through it. And then during that time between then and the video, I was still approaching friends being like, will you be free on this day? Is it possible we can meet to do this? Can we do this? Do you want to walk through London with me to have a look at this works? And then it happened all of a sudden. I was like, okay, this is the day. I spoke to the videographer, and then we all picked one day. I had to do it, split the rehearsal in half, because we couldn't have so many people in one room at the same time. Like, there was only a certain amount of people when I got the rehearsal studio. We did it the night before, so we had a group in at 5:30, then a group in at 7, I rehearsed them. Not everyone was together. I had no idea what it was going to look like. I said, everyone, let's meet at 7 o'clock outside, 6, and we just go for it. And that was it. It kind of was just, it happened, but it was so bitty. We were just picking up as we went. People dropped out, and that was absolutely fine. These were my friends who did it for me, and it was friends of friends being like, well, yeah, I don't mind doing it. I'm bored. I've got nothing else to do. It's an excuse to do something. It's a nice gesture for me, because originally it was for my show reel.
Right.
So I just signed with my new choreography agent, and I needed more material, and with the pandemic, I knew I wasn't going to get anything. I couldn't get into colleges to teach. I couldn't get into dancing schools. I couldn't really use spaces that I would normally want to use, like studios and higher places, because unfortunately we couldn't. So I had to use something current, and that's when it came to me. I was like, this would be great, because this is a reminder of what's happened, and for me, I can reflect on that and look back on it and be like, I still did something even in such a bad situation. I was trying to see the light out of it. So yeah, that was long. I spoke forever, and I didn't realize.
So how long did it take you to get that film? So obviously you met up at 7 o'clock. How long did it take you to get that completed?
So I paid for 4 hours. So
Right.
I had a deadline of 4 hours, and I knew the videographer anyways, and he was like, don't worry if you go over. But I was like, no, I'm not wasting your time. I'm paying for you. This is your money. This is your thing as well. I didn't want to take the mick. So I was like, I'm going to do it. And I determined, and I set out the schedule, and I was like, we have to go after filming one thing. And he was like, can we just try that again? I was like, yeah, we can. But I don't want to waste your time. But he was so great. He was like, it's fine. We have time. And we actually finished 15 minutes before schedule. And I was like, I need a drink. I need to go in the morning. I'm ready. Where's Bing? Let's go.
And the message behind it is, obviously you've got the hashtag Save the Arts. And for those people who don't know, who are listening and watching, can you just explain why that's important?
Yeah. Well, as you've seen, I believe arts and our industry is everywhere. No matter what you're doing, it is somewhere. And whether it's us just being in the theatre, on TV, a musician, backstage, etc., and artists, we're everywhere. And I feel like we just were put to the bottom, or one of the bottom tiers and the levels of who was being supported. And it was really hard, because that is our livelihood, that's our income. And then when we can't do that, we find in-between jobs. Now, these other in-between jobs are people are being furloughed. So we can't get into there because they're not being able to employ anyone. And it's this thing where we're just scattering around, and we have nothing. We're not able to do our job anymore. And it's, with no support, we can't do anything, and we're stuck indoors, which is fine. We're safe indoors, but we can't work. Yes, we can put on concerts online, but there's only so many we can do to keep people involved and interested. But yeah, we just want to get back out there and doing what we love. We want to be back in the theatres. We want to be putting on events and parties and bands and just anything you can think of that's to do with arts. We're there, and we are important. We just need a little bit more support, and I don't want to say sympathy. It's not. I don't think that's the right word, but yeah, support. We just need support. Help us. Yeah.
It's a case of having the spotlight. Excuse the pun, but having the spotlight put on theatre, because everybody, it is you're right. It's in the back part of people's minds. Everybody thinks about the pubs, the restaurants, the retail stores, the cinemas, bowling, leisure stuff like that. But nobody really thinks about the theatre. And actually, the theatre industry is what pushes everything forward anyway. The television, films and media and all of that lot, it wouldn't exist without things like the theatre, without the arts. And you're right. And Linda's commented there, defo needs support, which is true. We do need support in the art industry. I volunteer at a children's theatre company called Kids for Kids, and we put on shows and we raise money for local children within the area.
Yeah.
However, because of the pandemic, we've not been able to have the theatre to be able to raise all of this money. So we've had to go to virtual shows, but it's not the same. We have fun doing it. We have fun doing it because we have to do it. But it's not the same. It's not the same feeling. We've just put on our third virtual show for lockdown 3, and it wasn't the same. I miss it, and it's silly me saying this, but I miss the kids running around and messing around backstage, and you're having to go I miss all of that, and it's horrible that we're in this position that we have to try and put this spotlight on the theatre industry and go, we need help, we need support. Like, look at us, like, just for a moment, look at us and help us. With the video that went viral, how did that feel?
Overwhelming. Like, I mean, completely overwhelming. I was at Thought Park when I posted it. I knew when I was going to post it. Yeah, I knew exactly when I was going to post it. We already had Thought Park booked. I got the video on the Friday, and I was like, OCD me was like, I have to post it on a fresh new day. It's 1st of November. It'll go up then. But the day before, or a couple of days before, we just had the news that we're going back into lockdown 2 and the tiers, and it really affected people. Everyone's energy just went boom. And this was, for me, it was a great time to be like, I want to give some people some positive outlook here and be like, our industry, the theatre supporters and the theatre environment, we're going to come back very soon. Just have that hope and have that faith inside. And best way to do it is express it with dance, I guess. And that was my best way of doing it. But yeah, I was so overwhelmed. I did not expect for it to go that far. I really expected, a few people would see it. The theatre environment would see it and be like, that's really sweet. And a couple of shares, likes, etc. Like family and friends support. And that was it. Never did I ever think it would go this viral. I was, the day that it happened, like I said, I was at Thought Park and my phone just kept buzzing, and I was like, I'm going to have to turn my notifications off because I'm about to get on a ride and I'm probably going to keep my phone in. So I was like, let's put that down. And then it just kept building and building. When we were in the queues, everyone was like, check, it's now gone up to this much. It's now gone up to this much. And I was like, I can't keep up. And it wasn't until the next day when it was on the news. And I was like, oh my goodness, how has it got this far? And then I was getting messages of people from Mexico and Spain and dancing schools and colleges and actual education schools that had been inspired by the video and done a version of and used and used some of the stuff that we had done. So it was so inspired. And to me, that fills me with so much joy because I did that to help showcase that it's what's going on now is horrible, but remember that we can get back. Now we're seeing Australia and New Zealand. I think it was the Isle of Wight that have come back to normal. Jealous, but we're gonna get there. So that is my thing. I think straightforward and I think positive. That's me generally. I always try and think of the positive and outweighing the negatives always. So yeah. I'm talking about too much.
So I got in touch with you when I saw it. And obviously, as I said before, I watch it every single time. Like, this is why I was like, right, this has to go on the show because I could just sit back and watch it again. But I watch it all the time, anytime that I see it. And I actually got in touch with you. The reason I got in touch with you the first time around was because of the fact that it inspired me. So one of the things that I wanted to start doing, I wanted to use some of the movements that you've done there with obviously the music and things like that, for the nightlife of Preston. It was one of the clubs in Preston, which is one of the most popular clubs in Preston. It's called The Warehouse, and there's a friend of mine who saw your video, and she was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And then I had the idea of using a bit of both. Now, The Warehouse is a rock club. So what we're going to do is that we were going to get a local band to do the From Now On, like that section, and then we would do that, and then end up at the warehouse outside the front doors, and the doors open, and like obviously the camera would then go inside. And I thought, this is absolutely epic, and that's the first time that I reached out to you, and I thought, this is the idea that I've had. I'm just wondering if you'd be okay if I do this. And you were like, straight away, yeah, that's fine. Just let me know. I'd love to see it. And I'm like, oh, perfect. And then this happened with Spill It, and I thought, I know exactly who I want on the show. I know exactly who I want. And yeah, tell us how far it actually went.
Oh my goodness. It's gone so far. I mean, on Facebook, I think it's 1.5 million views.
Wow.
Then there was, I think it was London Theatre Reviews. I posted it again, and that got how many thousand? Then my 2 Instagram accounts, they got nearly 1 million each. And then there's YouTube, where I've got it on YouTube, and it's just blown up. And then people had also taken it, and I seen posted it on TikTok, and then it was also crediting me. And then other people, like you said, like were messaging me and asking if they could use the video, and then I'd give them permission. Just like, yeah, of course. And I got so many messages. Like I know I haven't responded to everyone, and I'm deeply sorry for that if I haven't. I have. It just happened so quickly.
Yeah.
That I did not know how to take it. But yeah, it's gone so far, and I think I had, like I said, there was some dancers and choreographers in Mexico who got in touch and asked if they could be inspired. I had someone from New York, someone from Spain, 2 people from Spain actually, in Madrid, and I think the other one was Barcelona, and then I had someone in Las Vegas message me. So it has been. It's gone viral, and I know that a lot of people have seen it as well, in other countries and places.
Yeah,
because I've got a few friends from around the world as well, and they're like, "Have you seen this video?" I'm like, "It's mine." Like, yeah, and it is. It's true. Like, it's my name. Yeah, but that's why it feels so weird for me to say that's my video. But I never like to say it's my video. I always say our, because I could never have done that without my friend Tom and Fabio for assisting directing with me. Then all my team of dancers who were bored and supported me and was like, well, yeah, of course we'll do it. Let's do it. We've got nothing else to do. And I couldn't thank them enough for being a part of it, because none of this would have happened. So it's our video.
What has this meant career-wise for you? Obviously, if it's gone absolutely everywhere, you said you got a choreographer agent. What has this opened up any doors for you?
Not so much doors. I think it's hard right now. Like we haven't. It's really
of course,
hard
yeah.
I've been in talks with my agent and different friends and producers, directors, etc. And we've had meetings and things, but it's really hard to find things that is happening, especially as a new aspiring choreographer as myself. I feel like this is just the beginning for me. I've put something out there to showcase exactly what I can do, and I just hope it does open so many more doors when we can actually get back up and running again. So hopefully, yeah, it will open some doors. I can't say it's opened anything yet, but I really hope it does very soon.
Good. With regards to the message, so the hashtag Save the Arts, and the fact that, you know, the theatre industry will come back at some point, we just have to hold out for that. How can people in the normal world support the arts? What can they do to help support the arts?
Okay, so there is plenty, and I don't want to name. Well, I can't name so many. Well, there's a few, but there's different charities or support funds that you can donate to, or I think that it's the show must go on. T-shirts and merchandise you can buy, and that goes into the theatre support fund, if I'm correct, if that's the correct one. Yeah, there's different support funds you can find. I mean, maybe I'll speak to you afterwards, and we can find which
we can
ones,
put some,
put the links up, for people to
definitely
see. Because I've gone blank right now, just as I think I'm back in the supermarket. And there is different places that you can help and support. And just keep spreading the love on your social medias. Spread just in any way. Like if your favorite musical is Singing in the Rain, I don't know, post a nice picture of something from Singing in the Rain, or just spread some joy and let people remember what the act is about and why we love it so much.
And what is your favorite musical?
Okay, my favorite musical is Grease.
Okay.
Just because I've always wanted to be Danny Zuko.
Have you had the opportunity to be Danny Zuko?
When I was about 10, in my local performing arts academy, I managed to play it then, but not professionally.
Well, you never know. Maybe this has opened up an opportunity for you to play a Danny Zuko character at some point in the future. You never know.
Yeah. Hello, hi me.
With regards to what comes next, what is next for you? What is next for, or do you think should be next for the theatre industry? What's coming next?
For myself, I am just going to keep working hard, creating, work close with my agent, keep mentally positive. I feel like we're coming out of it very soon. It's time that the vaccines are being rolled out. We're so close to being there. This is the time for me to get my head in the game, know what I want, know who I am, know what my style is, know what my choreography is, to be like, here it is on a piece of paper. Now let's do it. Let's get out there and let's work and showcase it off. And I think for the theatres is, let's just take the risk and go for it. We've been away for too long, and let's just get back out there and let's get out there with a bang. Let's show everyone that we're back and we're here to stay.
Love it. With a couple of questions for you now, with regards to advice.
Yeah.
So we've gone through we're going through the 2020 pandemic. We had a bunch of school leavers leave high schools and colleges, etc., with not fully completing the courses or whatever, or not being able to get that type of support. For those children, teenagers, whoever that want to maybe get into the industry, what advice would you give to them?
Firstly, don't give up. It's still there. And this is just a small break. But right now, when I say don't give up, there is so much on social media. There's so many platforms for you to keep training and practicing your skill at home and just improving. So you are on your game when you get out into the industry, because I know as a choreographer myself, that's exactly what I'd be looking for, is for someone to come into that room and be like, right, I'm bored of doing it in the living room now. I'm here in the studio. I'm going to prove that I want to get on that stage. And just the confidence and the positivity of knowing that you've got support. And I know agents and I think different directors and producers will be looking for, I'm not sure about directors and producers, but I know agents will definitely be looking for the graduates and supporting them because they haven't really been given the chance just yet. So yeah, I've seen a few things flying around on social media with that.
And same question again with regards to the advice. How about for older people who may have moved away from the theatre industry, from leaving schools and colleges and universities, gone through several years, but want to try and get back into it?
Why not? Come back. You know, it's still always in your body, and it's not going anywhere. So bring it back. If you know that you're feeling not up to scratch, get yourself to class, start mingling with others, get back into it. Absolutely. Don't stop. Don't do that. Yeah, come back.
Come back home.
Yeah, see?
There you go. Love it. Absolutely love it. Is there anything that we haven't discussed that you would like the opportunity to discuss now?
No, not really. I just want to say thank you to everyone for the support. Like I said, it's been so overwhelming, and I really couldn't have spread that message if it wasn't for everyone who supported that video, enjoyed it, liked, shared, watched it. How many times, Marcus? Thousands of times for yourself.
So it's on repeat.
Yeah, literally. And yeah, I just want to thank the team that I did it with. They were incredible, and they've supported me the whole way through. My videographer Fabio, my friend Tom, James, and all my dancers. Just the team was just amazing. So yeah, I cannot thank them enough.
Brilliant. If somebody wanted to get some further advice from you, or wanted to speak to you directly, or just find out the work that you do, where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can come on over to my Instagram, give me a follow. So I am on Instagram at CM_choreography. Then I'm also I've got a Facebook page for CM Choreography, and I'm also on YouTube, and that'll be Cameron MacDonald Choreography. So come find me there and give me a follow, subscribe, hit like, share. Feel like one of the influencers of YouTube. Press this one.
Like, share, comment.
Yeah.
You can click this link down here.
Yeah.
All that one. Amazing. Right, have you had fun tonight?
Yeah, it was nice. It was fun.
Good. I'm glad. At the end of every show, I give my guests the opportunity to give a quote. It can be something that they stand by, live by, something that they've made up, something that they've just heard that just really resonates with them. I'm just wondering if you can be able to give your final messages to anybody out there, and then finish off with your quote before we say goodbye.
Yeah, keep going, stay positive. The future is bright. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. And then my quote that I go by is, work hard in silence and let the success do the noise, or make the noise. It's something that I feel like has worked with me. I am quite introverted normally. I do work hard in silence. I like to keep, it's not like a sneaky thing. I just like to keep everything quiet because I'm scared of it. Because like the video, I did not expect it to go that viral, and I was scared because I didn't know where it was going, and it just says that about me. I work hard in silence, and I want the success to make the noise.
Yeah. And to be fair, that's something that I live by as well. I let my work speak for me. Yeah. Regardless of where I am, regardless if it's my day job, whatever it is, I will go, right, well, you know what? I don't need to shout about it. Let the success speak for itself. And that's what I do. And yeah, it is a really good quote. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for sharing your time with us this evening as well.
Oh, you're very welcome. I've absolutely loved it. It's what I needed. I've been sat down all day working. I needed some fun. I need some energy.
Well, you're more than welcome to come back on the show anytime, and we can discuss anything you want to discuss, or bring some friends as well. I can have loads of people on here, and we can have a party together. Yeah,
it's a party. We're looking to have a gin next time. In the gin, that's what we should call it. That episode.
Yeah. I've got loads. We'll discuss this another time. I've got loads of bottles of gin. I got loads of bottles of gin to get through, so I'm up for that. I'm sure a lot of my guests will be up for that as well. So yeah, there you go. Right, thank you so much for joining. I will let you go, and then I will wrap up the show.
Fantastic. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Wow. I'm sure that you'll agree. That was an amazing guest. Cameron is such an inspirational person. Absolutely epic. Thank you so much for joining, guys, as well. And for all your questions and your comments and everything. It's been such a good episode. Next week's episode, however, we continue our talk on the theatre industry, while we have a very, very fabulous and good friend of mine and friend of the audience in the pod. We have Matt Kinn joining us. He will be on the show to talk about the theatre industry, as we have titled the episode, The Show Must Go On. He'll be on talking about the theatre industry in more detail as well. It's something that needs to be talked about, and this is why I'm doing 2 whole episodes on the theatre industry. So Matt will be joining us next week, so make sure you tune in for that. We have also got the takeover happening in March. I have got 1 slot left. The takeover is episodes where you can control this. You can control my channel. You get to come and use the host. You can be the host of your own show, get your own guests, talk about what you want to talk about. It is up to you. I have no part to play in it whatsoever. You can use this platform and you can do what you want to do. I have 1 slot available. If you want to use that slot and you want your own episode, then get in touch with me. All you have to do is drop me a message. All of my social medias are scrolling across the bottom, so please get in touch. For everything else, my name is Marcus Wright. You can find me on all social medias. And when I don't do this podcast, I run a dance exercise class called Dance X in Preston. You can find it at www.facebook.com/DanceXPreston. We have been going through all the way since the first lockdown by doing things via Facebook Live. It's a completely free dance exercise class to keep you moving through these lockdowns and through these uncertain times, twice per week, every Tuesday and every Thursday. If you wanted to support this as a channel, you can get t-shirts and hoodies. They are available. You can get them now. Let me know what you want and I will get you a t-shirt and a hoodie. If you don't want a t-shirt or a hoodie, that's fine. You can also donate to this channel by heading over to www.buymeacoffee.com/spillit. You can donate as little as £1, and all of the money goes into Spillit to make it bigger and better, to get you better prizes for the competitions, to get better equipment, and then also to hold the Spillit events, which will be launching. I really want them to launch this year. I don't know what's going to happen, but, you know, let's hope that they launch this year. But the Spillit events will be events that are tailored to a certain category. The first event will be an LGBTQ plus community charity, donating money for Mind Out. It'll be a live Spillit show where you can come and pay a ticket and you can sit in the audience and you can get involved and you can get on stage and we'll have guest speakers and all of that lot. The plans are huge. I just want the government to let us have the events. But you can donate by heading over to www.buymeacoffee.com/spillit. It's not all about the money, though. If you want to support, you don't have to put your hand in your pocket. What you can also do is head over to the Facebook page at www.facebook.com/spillingit. Or if you are listening via Apple Podcasts, you can leave a review. That's all I want. If you leave me a review, you know, if you've enjoyed it, leave me a review. If you haven't enjoyed it, then, you know, don't feel like you have to leave a review. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. It's been an absolute pleasure once again. Thank you. And from me, it's bye for now.